presidential election is that when an Igbo man is with the ball and want to score a goal, the referee will blow whistle that there is a need to change the goalpost. That is what happened in presidential election because an Igbo man P2B is involved. So there is a law for a Yoruba man, there is a law for an Igbo man, there is a law for an Hausa or Fulani man. So it's not that the same law that is guiding the Yoruba man is guiding an Igbo man. So it is a typical demonstration that we are rejected in Nigeria. For me and for Ohanezendigbo Council and for the over 50 million Igbo, we don't believe in Nigeria again. We cannot believe in Nigeria. Right. Nnamdi Kanu is talking about referendum. IPOB is talking about referendum. Masob is talking about referendum and other, self-determination groups. They are talking about referendum. To be a Nigerian is not by force. So we have said that we are rejected in this country. So our people should come back home. And that is why on the Council we are talking about the Igbo unity. Like the Jews did. The Jewish people today, they have their own nation. The Igbo people need to have their own nation. The Igbo people all over the world, it is time for you people to come back home. Build your own nation like the Jews did. That is the only solution. If any person is waiting for that Nigeria will get better, Nigeria is a country made or created to victimize an Igbo man. So Nigeria to march forward is to victimize an Igbo man. Nigeria to exist is to victimize an Igbo man. Whatever that happens in Nigeria is to victimize an Igbo man. That is the nature of Nigeria. So if the Igbos continue to be part of this country, lawless country, Nnamdi Kanu called the country a zoo, but for me, I have said it, Nigeria is not even a zoo because in a zoo, you have animals that they are according to their own species. There are orderliness even in the zoo. Nigeria is a jungle where there is no law. There is lawless. And because there is lawless in Nigeria because an Igbo man is part of Nigeria. So any person thinking that Nigeria to get better should ensure and support the Igbo people to have their own nation. So that is the political and that is the situation in Nigeria today. So Nigeria was created to victimize an Igbo man. So what I'm telling our people in Lagos, all over the world, is they need to do what the Jews did. Coming back, build their own nation, what they did in 1948. Igbo people need to come home to build their own nation. There is no place like home. So I don't have anything. We don't need to start fighting the Yorubas. We don't need to. Whatever an Igbo man they have made in Lagos State, even if they abandon it within a twinkle of an eye, they will get more. After all, after the Nigeria Biafra Civil War, the Igbos were given 20 pounds. Today, you can see where we are. So God has given us that resilient mindset and effort to struggle and make a meaningful life. So I'm calling the Igbos to come back home. And I'm calling the Yorubas, let them continue to destroy more houses. But I want to tell them that they cannot destroy the Igbo people. They can destroy their properties and they are making them more angry to be frustrated. So if an Igbo man is frustrated, an Igbo man should wake up to discover his own country that he will be proud of. And that is the only solution. Right, that is the antidote for social and economic marginalization of the Igbo race.
All right,
they need to come back home.
Sorry to cut you. Let's move to the next question. You've almost answered all the questions I wanted to ask, especially that of the Southeast, the Southeast governors. Not saying anything. What actually do you expect them to do? What do you really think that the Southeast governors will do in this issue? What advice do you have for them?
No, I think the Southeast governors will do not give their not there to serve the interests of Igbo. So I'm calling the South more wickedness upon the Igbo so that our people are docile. I want the Southeast governor to keep quiet so that they will bring more anger to the people. Our people are just happy moving. Things are spoiling in this part of the country. You don't expect the Southeast governor to start doing anything because, mom, those things are not their interest. So, because they normally, the power, if you ask them, they will tell you that they bought the power. So, it is like trade by barter. Give me this one and take this one. So if it is in a civilized state, if we have leaders that are reasonable, by now they should have, pay a solidarity visit to the governor of Lagos State and warn him to stop this. In Southeast here, we are not marginalizing the Yorubas. The Yorubas are free to do any establishment they want to, but due to they don't believe that this place belongs to them, and that is why you cannot see a Yoruba man having a powerful establishment within the Igbo extraction. So what I'm telling the Southeast governors, they should continue to, pipe low and lie low, and they continue to be silent until the anger boil in the hearts of the people to revolt against these leaders, against these political shenanigans, the political vampires. That is what I describe them as. They don't have any iota of empathy as a leader. It doesn't move them. So let them continue to keep quiet until the anger of the people will accelerate to the level that it can be unquenchable and uncontrollable. Let them continue to keep quiet.
Thank you very much. Do you have any message for the President, Ahmed Tinubu? Do you have any message concerning the demolition in Lagos? But the president have not said anything since this demolition. What do you have to say? Do you have any message for him?
I think the only message I have for Mr. President is very simple. By demonstration of what the president will be doing today, you will know whether they still want an Igbo man to be part of Nigeria. So it is in their hands. So what we are seeing will tell us where we belong. The silence of Mr. President shows that they don't want to be part of, they don't want the Igbos to be part of Nigeria. If the Mr. President thinks that the treatment of the Igbos in Lagos, that his hand is not in it, he's supposed to have cautioned the governor of Lagos State. But like I said, we believe that it is a pure orchestrated conspiracy against us. So let Mr. President continue to keep quiet. Let them continue to tell us the reason we should not be part of Nigeria. So I'm saying it. Let the silence of Mr. Tinubu, Mr. President, continue to be more and more so that we have evidence, we have reason that Nigeria doesn't belong to an Igbo man. If they think that they want to do something, they can do. But for my experience so far, I don't think that Nigeria belongs to an Igbo man. And Nigeria will not belong to an Igbo man. And the Igbo people will not have their part in this country called Nigeria.
All right, thank you very much. Now let's come down to Imo State. During the last governorship election, we saw a video, you complained of fraud manipulation in that election, that they were collecting results at various local government headquarters instead of the polling centers there. So how did you see the Imo State election? Is it free and fair? Because the governor of Hope Uzodinma was declared the winner. What is your view on the election?
What happened in Imo State on the 11th November 2023 is electoral fraud. It's more fraudulent than what happened on presidential election in Nigeria. Because I'm a grassroots person, I am on ground. I know what is happening in Imo State. I want to tell you, and I want to say it to the world to hear it, that Hope Uzodinma cannot win election in Imo State. If we do option A4, Hope Uzodinma cannot win.
Amount e go be say na me dey talk am, but this one na the same Ohaneze. Na then they talk am kwa Ohaneze wey say they wan release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Hamadike one of ndị Igbo from their mouth. This one they follow comot. So if na for Ohaneze mouth, this one follow comot. You don't need to argue whether it's right or not, because na it shouldn't be my gene. Let's go down to the full details of the information, make you see what's in the happen. The Apex Igbo socio-political organization, ohanezendigbo, has alleged that two Southeast governors, senators, and Igbo leaders are working against the release of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Ohaneze alleged that those identified want Kanu transferred to Kuje prison instead of being released due to the upcoming Anambra governorship election. The Apex Igbo socio-political organization threatened to expose the identities of these individuals and groups if they continue their nefarious activities that impeded Kanu's release on December 15, 2023. The factional Secretary General of Ohanezendigbo, Okechukwu Isiguzoro, said among this group are some leaders of Biafra agitators who have resorted to criminalizing the Biafra struggle through hysteria and violence, seeking quick fame and fortune. A statement by Isiguro reads partly, additionally, political elites, including two Southeast governors, senators, and Igbo leaders, are working behind the scene to ensure that Nnamdi Kanu is only transferred to Kuje prison instead of being released outright, citing the upcoming Anambra gubernatorial election. Ohanezendigbo passionately calls on the President Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu by dropping all charges against him and allowing him to immediately return to United Kingdom after his release. My people, una don't see us see the hot. If you dey follow me for this channel, sometimes you get some things where I go talk. Some people go say, "In the elder, you are talking about the elders as you ought not to." But I know in this channel, I never abuse any person. I just deliberate on matters. But as it be, they say democracy na talk your own, make I talk my own. So as long as we go to talk our own, make we know the insult person. Na wetin we go to do. But as they be, you don't see as they go. See say na person brother na him kill am. Yes, because na why they normally talk this thing, say no okenonu no. No nya jeligwa nke nezi na azu dikwane na ngiga ifugia. So but as they be, as na no nwere ka ọ dị. On a development, this one no probably no get as be where you never be before. But one talk be say na onye bulu nwanne ablokwa no odogwu. So actually ike nya kabalu je n'obodo ọzọ je ke ike ka na afụkwanụ ka o si adị. Maka na ọ bụrụ ịbịa iwere nwanne gị gịnị adị mma liko n'ofu efere onye ofu utu, the same testicle. Both of you came out from the same testicles, and you thought of becoming a great man. You thought of making yourself to be known, and you felt that this your brother should be the one you should use because you know that your brother has influence already, and you believe that through silencing your brother's influence that is going to make you better influential person. I promise you that at the end, what you are going to see is what is called failure. Before the indigenous people of Biafra organization, the people was proscribed. This was done by the Southeast governors, and this was during the time of Dave Umahi, when he was when he was the chairperson, when he was chairing the Southeast Governorship Forum, and that was when this thing took place. And immediately after they did this thing, the federal government took it over. If it's a directive from the federal government for them to take the first step, I don't know. But the thing is that they were the ones that took the first steps against this organization. And today, see what everything is turning out. Because that's not if onye kpọrọ nkịtị aka ya megini ka ọ ga-aza. If you call your dog Nkechi, your dog will behave like Nkechi. If you call your dog Lion, your dog will behave like Lion. Now so it be. And at first, Southeast governors, without taking proper observation, proper precaution, and also looking at what is going to be the consequences of the action they were about taking, because that action then they were about taking, you can see that the consequences has fully manifested in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Yes, before, right now, people should have been thinking of coming home, like gathering your family members, putting things together, finding your way home. But it is not happening now because people are very much afraid. People are heavily afraid. Nobody wants to get killed. Nobody wants to get kidnapped. Nobody wants to die. Nobody wants to see any unforeseen eventuality, because now even plying on Nigerian roads are not safe. Every day, thousands of cars apply. We must have one that has issue, and people are praying not to be among the people that are having this issue. And they felt that the better way and the best way to protect themselves is to remain in their present location without going back to their place. And this is a tradition of every Biafran, every woman, that immediately as December is getting close, people are packing their bag. By now, some children must have been telling their mother, Mommy, when are we going to go? We are going to see Chika. We are going to see Emeka we saw last year. But I'm telling you, children who were born between 5 years ago might not have experienced this thing. And a 5 years child, his cognitive sense has come up. Yes, he's able to reason. Now, these things are not like that. And Southeast governors and some of these senators fail to understand that the repercussion, the consequences of ostracizing your brother, the consequences of going against your brothers, selling your brother to other people, these are the consequences. The governors themselves are not sleeping, because all the insecurities that are happening in Anambra, even though directly is not affecting them, but indirectly is affecting them. Because as these insecurities are happening in the southeastern part of Nigeria, it is reducing the GDP, the gross domestic product of that particular area. And you look at the statistics of what Southeast lost between 2021 to 2023, and you will see that it has gone into trillions. And these are also the consequences of selling your brother. And these governors, some of them now are still moving ahead to keep pestering on this guy, forgetting that everything you are doing has repercussion, especially the blood of innocent. It has repercussion. So I think it is best that the Southeast governors, those who are involved in making sure that Kano is sent to Kuje prison, instead of being released and allowing to go back to London and take care of himself. The young man is a young man with big future. The young man is a young man who has planned himself and what he wants to be in life, and these people want to quench him like fire. Yes, they want to quench him like fire. This is envy. Oh, ntaji anya ka ndị Igbo ji n'ọmalịcha ife Chineke nyefe na-achọ ka adali anya, maka na asị na ewu ọra nwe na agụụ na-anyụkwani anya. Ewu ọra nwe asị na ọra gbakọtara aka zuru ewu, agụụ na-anyụ anya, maka na ọnwụlọ ya ekweje na-enye nri, onye ya ejekata onye nke ọsị na ọkwụna ya je nya na onye nwaka ya na-ejezi, onye nke ọzọ asị na n'ịmalụ na ọ ya eje akwụkwọ na fa, onye nke ọzọ asị na ọkwa ịma na ọ ya agụ akwụkwọ n'abalị, nke ọzọ asị na fa nwere exam. Agụụ adala ewu na-eme gịnị na-anyụcha anya. Ọ bụ na unu kpara ewu, if to say you train goat, wey be say you dey for village, or even if you no grow for village, you dey go for your grandmother place, you go see say a lot of goats dey, and una dey tray wey dey say make una dey fetch food for the goat, you go find out say e go hard make that goat dey feed, because you go dey wait for the other person to go, the other person go dey wait for you to go, and each of you knew that nobody has went. And it's just that you are being lazy and you want to blame it on the other person. Another person wants to blame it on the other person, and the other person on the other person, and nobody will go for it. asị ka ewele efifie mee gịnị chụba ewu ojii tupu ọwụọ gịnị tupu cheje. Meanwhile, now here I go to wind down the curtain, and if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first. We'll collect them. Thank you for listening. God bless you.